Rhonda here with Foods 101. Today I'm showing you how to make this delicious minestrone soup. It's an Italian soup. People ask me, what does minestrone stand for? It stands for a hearty soup loaded with vegetables and pasta. It's that simple. And really you can swap out these vegetables for any other vegetable you'd like to use in your minestrone soup. I'm going to start off by using zucchini, a fresh zucchini. I've removed the seeds from the center and I've chopped them down into these cubes. I'm using a mixed green packet of your chard, your baby kale, and your spinach. You may use all chard or all spinach. It's up to you. This is about 2 ounces. 1 cup of garbanzo beans. I just buy them in a can. Rinse the liquid off. 2 cups of your whole peeled plum tomatoes from a can. I cut down those whole tomatoes, but if you want to use crushed tomatoes or diced tomatoes, you may do that too. 3 cups of chicken stock, 1 cup of water, 4 cloves of garlic that I've chopped down, 1/2 cup of onion, 2 ounces of prosciutto, which is about a handful or 2 ounces, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of oregano, 1/4 teaspoon of thyme, and a pinch of crushed red peppers. For the pasta, I'm just using the small elbow macaroni pasta. This is whole wheat. Any small pasta will do. 1 cup of your traditional classic cabbage. That is a must. That goes in your minestrone soup. 1/2 cup of diced celery, 1/2 cup of diced carrots, and we're going to use parsley to garnish the top. These vegetables are beautiful in rich colors, and it's going to make this minestrone soup fantastic. Over here to the oven top, in a large Dutch oven over medium-high heat, I'm adding about a tablespoon of olive oil. I'm going to add the celery, the onions, the carrots. I'm going to let this sweat. After 5 minutes, and I've just turned off my timer, your mirepoix, which is simply your carrots, your onions, and your celery, has turned to this lovely, beautiful color where your onions are really translucent. Then we're going to add the prosciutto. We're going to cook this for about a minute. Now, if you don't want to add the prosciutto, don't. You can make this minestrone soup a vegetarian soup by not adding the chicken broth. You can use vegetable broth and not using the prosciutto. 1 minute's up, so now we're going to add that lovely garlic. And we're not going to really cook the garlic, we're just going to saute it for a minute. Begin adding layers to our soup dish. We're going to add that zucchini is going to begin to deglaze, giving this minestrone soup that extra delicious flavor. Add your garbanzo beans, the chicken stock, those crushed plum tomatoes. Give it a lovely little stirring. And like I said, if you don't want to use your chicken broth, go ahead and use vegetable broth. You can definitely make this an all-vegetarian minestrone soup. Excellent for you vegetarian lovers out there. Add your water, your seasonings. Give this a lovely little stirring. I'm going to crank my heat up to medium-high and let this come to a boil. That smells absolutely fantastically delicious and healthy. The soup's come to a boil and I'm going to turn down my heat to simmer. I'm going to cover this with a tight-fitting lid and let it simmer for 30 minutes. Use your timer. It's been 30 minutes and look how beautiful this soup is looking. And my whole house smells absolutely delicious. Gotta try it. Make sure it's got the right seasonings. It may need more salt or pepper. Wow, and that tastes absolutely perfect. I'm going to crank my heat back up to medium-high heat. Bring this to a boil. Add our pasta, and we're going to cook this according to the package direction. Now, you just don't want your pasta sitting in hot water. You want to make sure you bring it up to a boil. Also, you're going to add your greens at this time. So I like giving my greens a rough chopping, just so you won't have these big hunks of greens through your soup while you're eating it. And we're going to add those lovely greens into our soup as our pasta cooks. If your soup's getting a little too thick, go ahead and add a little bit more water. 6 minutes are up. Dig out one of my little noodles to make sure that it's completely cooked. And here I have one. I'm going to give it a try. Absolutely perfect. I'm going to thin out my soup a little bit with some water to bring this up to a boil, and then it'll be ready for serving. Minestrone soup's on. Look how beautiful and delicious that is. To garnish the top, I'm using that chopped fresh Italian parsley just to give it some lovely color. And if you want to use Parmesan cheese to shred on the top, you're more than welcome to do that. Let's give this a try. We've got a garbanzo bean there. We got the prosciutto, a little bit of zucchini, and that carrot. Oh my goodness, I know it's going to be absolutely delicious. So here goes. I taste that fresh chicken broth. Let's try it again. That zucchini, the garbanzo bean jaw. Hey, this is a win-win dish. Healthy for you, great to start your new year. Give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, follow me here on YouTube or Instagram, and I'll catch you lovely people later.